Andrew, it is so good to see you. I know you're busy. You're coming to us from Los Angeles, but you grew up in Haley, Idaho. Where did your passion for music come from?
Originally, growing up, my mother was a musician. So I started kind of finding my voice through music because of her.
Mm-hmm. So it was kind of in the family then. It's something you were exposed to at a really young age, and it was just, you were around and it was a source of expression, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So because of the exposure then from your mom, how young were you when you started writing?
I started writing probably in middle school ages, but I didn't actually start performing as a musician until high school. And then when I was about 18 or 19, I started writing my own songs and performing my own music.
Okay, and tell us about your music. How would you describe your sound?
It's like kind of rock and roll, really. There's a lot of influences from like country music to rock and roll music to blues music. You know, just things that were kind of honest. Things that I grew up on listening to were, you know, like Billie Holiday and such, where it was, I don't know, true expression to oneself. And so, you know, and it was therapy for me in a way. Like, so I started writing songs that just I could express myself through.
Love it. All right, but here's the big news. You are actually involved in NBC's American Song Contest. You're representing Idaho on this national show. So how in the world did you get involved in that?
I had submitted a song and it got chose. And I mean, that's really all I can say about that.
Okay, no, because I know, right? Like there's this process, there's a little bit of hush-hush behind this. What can you tell us? So, like, how did you find out that there was even an opportunity to apply or send in an application or an audition? How did that come to fruition for you?
It's kind of a question I have to dodge.
So you can't talk about how you applied? So did someone reach out to you, or did you Google online, or? Basically
just like submitted a song, and the song got chosen to represent Idaho.
Okay, so just straight and simple. You can't tell more of that. There's a little secret in the sauce then there, huh?
Yeah, there really is.
Okay. And can you tell us like where you're at in the process? Have you already joined production for the NBC show? What's next then in this? Is there potential that you'll be performing, that we can watch you? What can you share?
Yeah, so I will be performing. The date so far has not been announced for which my episode will be.
Okay.
However, the show does start airing on March 21st. And my episode will be within, they do it over a 5-long-week course. And yeah, so within the next 2 months, my episode will air. But the first one is March 21st.
Okay, all right, so we got to tune in here on NBC, March 21st, with the hopes of seeing you and cheering you on. Answer this for me though, what made you interested in participating in this show?
Just the opportunity to represent my home state, really. It's a cool opportunity, and you know, I've traveled a lot in my life, but I always wind back up in Idaho. And that song that I'm going to be playing for the show was a song that I wrote in Idaho and was inspired by coming back home in the first place.
Beautiful. I think a lot of people can relate to that here in the great state of Idaho. And if people want to follow along, though, they want to cheer you on, can they follow you on social? Yeah. All of my social handles are Andrew Shepard Music. Andrew Shepard Music. Follow Andrew, everyone. And tune in here on NBC in March 21st. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Excellent. Okay, to see you represent the state of Idaho on this amazing national show. Andrew, again, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today, and break a leg.